Delicious, mouth-watering, yummy flavors of ice cream brought to you by Thanko's Natural Ice Cream. Gorge on nutritious ice creams like Alfonso Mango, Choco Chips, Sitafal, strawberries and many more flavors. Sugar-free ice cream is available as well. To visit Thanko's Natural Ice Cream opposite Shani Mandir, GS Road, Shillong. For franchise, please contact Nirmal Jain 94367 30283 986387 1149. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was the 11th President of India. He came to Shillong in the year 2007. There was so much fanfare, people wanting to get a glimpse of the President. I'm standing outside IIM Shillong, a premier management institute of India. This was a place that APJ Abdul Kalam breathed his last. Let's have a look at what the students, the faculty member and the director himself have to say about this great nationalist. So how would you carry the legacy of ideas forward, his ideas? APJ, since he's been here for, this is the 4th time. So how would you carry these ideas forward as a premier institute?
The last visit was for creating a livable planet Earth. We have already a connection established that what was in his core mind is also our core. So this legacy to be carried forward is already connected. As far as the activities what he wants to do is pertaining to education, telling the youth that they need to be more proactive to be relevant to the society. We in the institute, though it's an institute of management, believes it's not management per se. We produce here thought leaders. We are extremely privileged to have Dr. Kalam, who help us to understand this, and we would be definitely strengthening his ideas and beliefs and vision. The last year interactions, which was there for up to 11:30 in the midnight, and he was actively involved with the assignments students have done and presenting, and it was a very informal manner. So somebody as a teacher should know, should see how a teaching can be so informal. I know how important to be intimate as a teacher with the students, and that should be somewhere informal, but content will be formal.
A pall of gloom descended in this very auditorium. Putting an end to the wave of positive energy that was rolling in the air. Then minutes later, it was overwhelmed with emotions and prayers of his recovery. I'm here with the students of IIM Shillong. They were the ones who witnessed the tragedy firsthand. Here's an interview. Creating a livable planet, right? So he asked you to submit a project, proposal on that. So say something on that. What would you do? And my last question will be, in 2012, he launched a program called What Can I Give movement. So as the youth of this country, that program was actually meant to defeat corruption. So as youth of this country, and as your director said, that this is meant not just for inculcating more thoughtful people. So what can you do to this program that he has launched way back 2012?
The ideas were very thought-provoking, and it motivated us to change the way things are, not only in our country but in this world, to make it a better place to live. So this year again he had come to actually deliver a session for us, and there was going to be an interactive session where we were supposed to present in front of him. So it was we were really looking forward to it. It was a great opportunity for all of us, and we thought that sharing our views with such a great visionary will provoke ideas, and not only discuss them but we should also implement them.
The guest house where he stayed whenever he comes to deliver a lecture at IIM Shillong. He will be greatly missed by the people who served him.
When he came to the campus, he actually got his picture clicked with one of the person who was standing here, because he just wanted to apologize that they have been standing here for 3 hours. And he used to give examples that when he was even looking after many projects, there were people who used to humbly do the work but never used to take the credit. So these are the things, these are very simple things which he wanted to inculcate in us, and the way he used to say, it actually used to touch us.
He has been a mentor, a role model. We have got the opportunity to interact with him last year, this year as well. Even though the interaction was very short-lived, I would definitely say that it inspired all of us.
Whom you look up to achieve something in life, and he was a great inspiration model for every one of us, and see him go like this made us feel left alone for some time, and we do feel his absence currently as well. He was a guiding light for all of us, because last year as well he came, he gave us real inspiring thoughts. We worked all over the year over those, and this year as well he had a set agenda of livable planet, and we will make sure that his agenda goes forth, and we'll work upon it for sure.
Young India will come together from all corners of India and fulfill his dream.
The second he stepped in, the entire audience, the entire auditorium rose to their feet. We were spellbound, because that energy he brought with him was something completely different. And when he walked in, all of us were completely silent, and he actually looked around and he said, "Why is everybody so silent?" And then there was, immediately he was able to put an entire auditorium of anxious and students who were really looking forward to the experience completely at ease. And that's the kind of power he had. And when he started talking, everybody was spellbound, because the way he spoke, with the energy with which he spoke, and he was sharing his personal experiences, and you could really feel, that he had that strength and that ability to inspire millions of people across the country. And we had the opportunity for, unfortunately, a really short duration to experience that. And when he collapsed, I think it was such a shock for us, because it happened so suddenly, and we were wondering what was happening. And when he was taken out to the hospital, all of us were standing outside and praying and hoping that he would recover, and that we would have the chance to actually learn more from him and be able to present all of that we'd prepared. And since then, we've decided somehow or the other we will definitely be taking the message and the mission that he wanted us to work on, to create a livable planet. We'll definitely be taking that forward. And we got some news from his team, his personal team also, that he was planning to pose a special question to us, and that's something that we will definitely be working on, because anything we can do to take forward his vision for the country, that's something we will dedicate ourselves to.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the most distinguishing characteristic of Dr. Kalam was that he was a man of action. He had revolutionary yet very simple ideas which can be executed and have to be imbibed into one's everyday life to make this planet a better place.
I would say Kalam sir was a way of life that if we can adopt as a person, obviously it is very difficult. Even if we can do 1% of justice to his ideals, and if we can strive to be an ambassador of his ideals, we will fulfill and will definitely contribute in creating a livable planet.
I said we prepare for the nation, I prepared for the nation, India 2020 vision. How by the year 2020 India can be an economically developed nation.
First time came in 2003 for our conference on sustainability. That was the time when the institute requested him if he can be one of the guest faculties, and he readily had agreed at that point of time. So every time he would come up with a new course, and it always used to be around the month of June and July. So whenever we used to contact him, he was always ready to come here. He would what he would do possibly is that he would initially give an assignment to the students, and when he would come here, he would have his lectures, then he would listen the presentation of the students, he would give his comments. So a presentation which all the students, we stipulate, let's say 2 hours for the presentation or 3 hours for the presentation, it would go to 5 hours, 6 hours, because he is such a person that he would not even stop a student. And again, I mean, in the middle of the day somewhere, he would just call up, Professor Roy Chaudhary, are the students having any problem in doing the assignments? Please tell them if they need, they can contact me anytime. I mean, I really don't know how to say anything. I can't even believe that from next year I won't be in a position to invite him anymore. Because last 3 years that was a routine that I was doing. Every time I was inviting him, I was in touch with his office. And people in his office are also great. I mean, they are always in a helpful mood. Whenever anything is required, they would help.
After the news of Kalam's official death declaration, the news spread like wildfire. There was utter chaos. Crowds of people were gathered outside Bethany Hospital with hands in the air, clicking with their mobile phones. Light your candle in the midst of a dark, unsympathetic world. Light your candle and pass it on to the generations to come. Fill the void with your light. Dispel darkness. Light huddles together people with one mission: a better India, a better world. Behind me you can see people queuing up to pay homage to the departed soul of APJ Abdul Kalam here in IIM Shillong. It is not just the students, the faculty members, but also people from all walks of life who are inspired by his story, who are inspired by his humility, his love for the people here, his love for Shillong. Dr. Kalam is no more, but his dream and vision of creating a livable planet will be carried on by young India. There is no stopping, there is no end. Join Indian Army. Online registration compulsory for enrollment into Indian Army. Registration and filling up of application can be done simultaneously. Log on to www.joinindianarmy.nic.in.